right? So one of the things I saw is that, we had students coming into my school who will be in the 9th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade, still using their fingers for 5 plus 4. So the public school system is failing us. But it was crazy. I'm like, okay, we got to do something about this. So I said, I thought about traditional African culture. If a young brother was sent to the marketplace for, by his grandmother, there's no calculator, right? You go and get the fruits, you go and get the vegetables. I'm giving you this much money. You come back for what I need with my correct change. Right? You gotta have it, whether young, old, whatever. So that's why I began to study this and began to teach it to our students. All right. In order to know this, some prereqs, I guess you can say. A child, it's really not an age, right? Once a child is able to add, subtract, and multiply up to 10 effectively, right, quickly, then they're ready. They're ready for all of these techniques. Ready for all of these techniques. And at Kamali Academy, we talk about our addition. Of course, we start with the manipulatives. We start with the beans. We start with the cowrie shell. We start with anything that children can put their hands on. And 5 plus 5. They gotta have this down, right? As quickly as possible. As quickly as possible. The way we teach our timetables. So of course, 1 times anything is that number, right? But for the 2, so we do 1 time, 1 plus 1, 2 plus 1, 3 plus 1, right? We go into these right here. Make sure they know these. The pairs that equal 10. Then we do the doubles. Again, 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4, right? 3 plus 3, 4 plus 4, and that's your 2 timetables right here. Right? So once they're able to do the doubles, all the way up to 10, all the way up to 12, then they got the 2 timetables. We keep it moving. Then we do, so here's how we do it. We do the 2 timetables, and this is nothing but just double. Right? So there's 2 times 1 is just 1 plus 1 equals 2. 2 times 2 is just 2 plus 2 equals 4. You understand what I'm saying? So once they got that, good. Then we go into the 5 timetable. No, we don't even do the 5. We do the 10s next. And of course, with the 10s, all you're doing is what? Just add a 0. So it's 10 times 1, just add a 0. 10 times 2, just add a 0. And this is the way we teach. We just say add a 0 here. Right? So we do, of course, the 1s, the 2s, just double, the 10s, just add a 0. The 11s, and we just go up to 10. We don't go all the way up to 12, usually. Right? But the 11s, we go 11 times 2, just double that number. Right? Real simple stuff like that. We had a student who came to us this past week, and she's 8. She came in only knowing her 1 timetable. She stayed with us a week, and she left knowing her 1s, her 2s, her 3s, her 5s, her 10s, her 11s, and her 9s. I don't know how you teach them in the public school system. I was never an elementary school teacher. I was a high school, middle school teacher. I don't know what do they do?
Give them a worksheet.
Why does it take so long for us to get this stuff?
Great memorization.
Great memorization? Yeah. But they're not even memorizing. That's really going to help them out quickly. It seems like it's taking a long time. Anyway, let's double the number, right? Then we go to the 5s. And the 5s, of course, you can just count by 5 on your fingers. What's next? Then we do the 9s. Now we know the technique with the 9s, right? The fingers. Using your fingers. If you don't know, I guess. So we have 9 times 4. So you have your fingers, right? So this is, as a child, you're looking at your fingers. 1, 2, this is the digits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? So if we're doing 9 times 4, we're going to bring down the 4th finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, bring it down. Right? Now we have 3 on this side. That's going to be our first number. And we have 6 on the right side. That's going to be our second number. So 9 times 4 is 36. And so they begin to use their fingers like that, and eventually they did it. It's very quick. Right? So we say 9 times 6 we're going to take down the sixth digit, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? And we have 5, and we have 4. You see that? We all know that? Young sister, can you tell me what's 9 times 5?
45.
45. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. What's 9 times 7? 2 fingers this time. 2 fingers. Let's take down that 7th digit. What do you have? Go from this way. So this is 6, this one is 7. Bring this one down. Boom. So now you have. So it's 1 plus 1 is 2, right? And then 2 plus 2 is 4. But we know 4 times 1 is, is 4. But that's how you can get the answer. So 4 times 2 is nothing but 2 plus 2, which equals 4. And then 4 plus 4, which equals 8. And our children can say it in their head. Once they know with the 4s, you just double the number twice. So, we'll hear our students saying, okay, 4 times 3 is, 3 plus 3 is 6, 6 plus 6 is 12. So 4 times 3 is 12. Right? You just double the number, double twice. And so they'll learn that all the way on up. So 4 times 6 is 6 plus 6 equals 12, right? Then 12 plus 12 equals 24. So 4 times 6 is 24.
Oh, double the last.
Double the last number, yes. Okay. So 6 plus 6, and then 6 plus 6 is 12, and then 12 plus 12 is 24. 4 times 8. 8 plus 8 is 16. 16 plus 16 is 32. You got that? So we teach all of those first. Now, our students, they have, before we even get into the other ones, they have the 1s down, they have the 2s down, they have the 4s down, they have the 5s down, they have the 9s down, the 10s down, and the 11s down. So now when they get into the 3s, when they get into the 6s, the 7s, the 8s, there's not much they have to remember now. Because you had, if you sum the 6, you got 6 times 4. You already know what 6 times 4 is. Right? You already know what 6 times 2 is. You already know what 6 times 4, 6 times 5, 6 times 9, 6 times 10, 6 times 11. So all you got to know now or memorize now is 6 times 3, 6 times, 6? 6 times 7, 6 times 8. I know y'all notice that I'm not saying 12s very much. But you'll see why. I mean, we can go all the way to the 12s. That's cool too. But once they know these, up to the 10s, you ain't even got to worry about it. Because they'll be able to do the 12s in their head really quick. All right, and I'll show you how to do that. Are we good on these? Yes. Any questions about how to begin teaching the multiplication tables? And again, we have 5-year-olds, 4. He knew all of them at 4. Now, we also understand that there's natural variation.
I have a question.
Right? Because we have a 5-year-old who's a beast with it. Right? We also have a 5-year-old who's doing it the same amount of time, who's just getting 2 plus 3. So it's natural variation, right? Every child is not going to get it immediately, right? But all of our children can get this stuff, all right? And we should be teaching them in this way. Yes, ma'am?
I had a question about, okay, so you can teach them the tools and they understand. I have a 4-year-old daughter who's very passionate.
When the young folks are running around acting crazy and stuff like that, I'm like, let me show you something real quick, right? And so I showed them how to multiply double-digit numbers times 11, right? Real simple. So if I have 32 times 11, give me the answer. Yes, what's 32 times 11? You got it? Let's go. Come on, quicker. Let me show you. Anybody has it? Give me a double. 352. Real simple way to do this is, again, mental math, African centered math is left to right, not right to left. Left to right, not right to left. So the first thing we do is 3 times 1 is, our children know their 3 times tables already, right? I mean, they know their 1 time tables, I'm sorry. They know that very early on. Then 2 times 1 is, so we have our front number and we have our back number. How do we get the middle number? Just add these 2. So 352. So 352 right there. Right? So if I do, 44 times 11, give me the answer. 484. You see how fast you just did that? Our children can do it that fast also. Right? Especially when you have a group of children, they want to have a competition then. Give me another one. Right? So we understand, let's give a couple more. Let's say, what is that? 264, right? 264. I'm going to keep putting a couple up here, see if we can get this.
792.
Look, before I even put it up here, right? Right? Our children, young brother, what is 81 times 11? 8. Call the numbers out to me, that's right. 9. 8, 9, and 1. How old are you, young brother? 9. 8, 9, 1. You see how quick you got that, right? Imagine if you do that every day with our children. Right? Real quick. So, here is, let me show you how to do it when we're dealing with numbers in the middle that equal more than 10. Right? So let's say we have 5 or 56. So it's going to be 5, right? We know it's going to be 6 back here. 5 plus 6 is 11. So we're going to put our 1 down, the back 1, and we're going to put a small little 1 right there next to that 5 to let us know we're going to carry it over. Then, again, what we start with? 5 plus 1, 6 plus 1. They already know this already. So 5 plus 1 is easy 6. So your answer is 6, 1, 6. You see that? So if I do 7, what would that be?
That's all.
869,
right? 869. 8. Well, it will be 7 first, right? 7. We got 9. This is going to be what? 16. And we just put our little 1 there. And again, this is all in our head. I mean, we can write it down at the beginning to get it, right? We can write it down at the beginning to get it, but it's all in our head. And doing it the other way, it's too cumbersome to do it in your mind. Just to to be like, okay, all right, then I first, and then I carry the 1 on top of that number. You know what I'm saying? That's just a little bit too much there. So, we got this, young folks. We got this, young folks. Y'all teach the young folks later. All right. Let's see, so let's say we have a 3-digit number times 11, right? So again, we start with this number 3. The back number will be 4. So how do we get these middle numbers? We go here first. 3 plus 5, 3 plus 2 is 5. And then 2 plus 4 is 6. Right? Same thing. If we do it with a bunch of numbers that equal, that's too many numbers there. I don't know about this one. Too many numbers. Alright, so we go here, that's 4. We know that's 6. That's going to be 9, right? And this is going to be 11, but we're going to carry that. So now when we carry that, that's going to make it into a 0, but it's also going to carry over to that. So use 49 plus 1 is 50. So we got 50, 1, 0, or 5, 0, 1, 6. You see that? We got that? So again, write it down so that you can practice it with the young ones. We're going to keep it moving. All right? Another quick one. Okay? So then you say 4 times 3 is 12. 5 times 5 or 5 squared is
25.
All you do is just add the 25, won't you? You know your calculator. It's crazy, right? So if I do 25 squared, we're gonna bring this 2 up to the what degree, right?
6.
3 times 2 is 6.
25.
625. 5 times 5. 5 squared is 25. gonna ask you this, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So give me a 55 squared.
3,025.
3,025. I just called out 3025. You know, 3025. What is 775 squared?
5625.
5625. See that? We got that?
Chill out, man.
95 squared.
All right.
9 goes to the 10.
That's 25.
90. Don't make it too difficult. That's, you got a 2-digit number that ends in 5 and you squared it. Yeah, this particular case right here has to end in 5. Yeah. Yep. Yes. Research. You know, what am I researching?
Yeah.
You know, books and stuff like that. There's a book called Mental Math. Just Google Mental Math. Yes.
I'm a after school facilitator, youth after school facilitator, as well as I have a camp. And yes.
Academy.com. Anyway, so we talk about tips and all that, right? One of the things that we use all the time is the percentages for tips and all that kind of stuff, for sales. When we go to the beautiful African store, we get our dashiki and stuff like that, and the brother said 25% off. We know how much we gonna pay before we get to the restaurant, right? Yes.
Is that KamaliAcademy.com? You right?
Yeah, Kamali.
Thank you.
And at Kamali Academy, we're going to have other online classes as well coming this fall. Language arts, our story, and elementary classes as well. All right, so let's get to the percentages, right? And we'll start real simple. So we say, what's 20% of, you bought something that was $50, right? Just going to use the whole numbers just so you can get the concept. 20% of, we know of means what in mathematics? Multiply, right? Times. And we need to teach them that very early on as well, that language, right? 20% of. First thing that you need to know when you're dealing with mental math and dealing with percentages is how to find 10%. You find 10% by doing what?
Taking out the zeros.
Dropping out the zero or just moving your decimal, your invisible decimal, one place to the left. Right? So 10% of 50 is
5.
So we just get that. We start there just so it's just for us. Now, when we get 10%, okay, we got 10%. So what's 20%? 10. So all we do is do what? 5 times 2. And that's going to give us 10. 20%. That's it. So 20% of 50 is 10. So the first thing you do is find 10%. Right? And then you move it up to wherever you got to go. If it was 70%, we would have said 5 times 7. 70% of 50 would be 35. You see that? Let's do a couple more real quick, just to make sure we got the concept. Let's say 40% of 80. 40% of 80. The first thing we do is what? Find 10%, right? 10% first. So we go there, right? That's how we do that. So that's 8. 10% is 8. And then just go right up to the 40. 8 times 4 is 32. So 40% of 80 is 32. Real simple, right? So before we go on, let's make sure we got this concept of how to find 10%. What is 10% of 90? 9. What's 10% of 47? 4.7, right? What is 10% of 193? $19.30, right? You see that? Just move the decimal one place. 10 is our friend when we're talking about mental math. Just making everything a little bit simpler, right? So, okay, let's do something simple like, we got this down, right? Hopefully. Okay. So let's say 25% of Let's say 40. 25% of 40. You know, we have 25, we just divide by 4. But first thing we do is what? Find, what's 10%? 4. Then, we're going to go up to 20%. Okay? 20% is what? 8. Now, what we have left is what? The 5%. How would you find 5%? It's half of 10. So half of, if 10 is 4, half of 10 is, half of 4 is 2. So you just add these two numbers because that's what you have, right? I'm trying to get 25%. That 20 plus 5 is 25. 8 plus 2 is 10. So the answer is 10. That's how you find 5. If you know how to find 10, you know how to find 5. Just half of 10.